The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions. Hi everybody, welcome back to Tokucast. I'm Marcus. I'm Jacob. We're annoyed.
Yeah. Woo! Today, I believe this is episode 63. I'm not checking beforehand. I'll just put it at the top of the video right now. We're doing 4 Ultraman movies. We decided to do these 4 together and skip Ginga because we already done the Ginga one.
Yay.
So today, we're doing the Ultraman Saga movie, the Ultraman X movie, the Ultraman Orb movie, and Geed. Let's start with the worst first. We're going to go in chronological order. Luckily, it also starts with the worst first.
So we can get this piece of crap out of the way.
Ultraman Trash Saga.
Ultraman, this might be the worst movie I've ever seen.
It's terrible.
It's so bad.
It's awful.
And not in a so bad it's good way, unfortunately.
It's just bad.
It's just awful.
Bad in general. And it's mostly because of one person that we
main-
spend way too much time with.
AKA the main character of the
Oh
movie.
my god. What was his name again?
Taiga.
Oh. Should Taiga himself out of this movie. That made no sense. But I
No,
don't
it
care.
didn't. But a Taiga should have mauled him so he wouldn't have been in this movie.
Makes better sense.
There you go.
This movie was
I wish
crap.
Tony the Taiga was here because he wouldn't say this movie is gross.
Let's start off with the worst things about this movie.
Taiga.
Taiga's number 1, but we're going to give him his own section in a second.
Oh yeah.
The random people who are left around on Earth.
Yeah, the sexy ladies and the children.
Yeah.
Is all that's left on Earth after Thanos attacked this world.
Yeah. He
went a little crazy with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Basically, Taiga was like a pilot in the same military organization that Dinah was part of.
Yeah.
Because Dinah and Cosmos are also in this movie. They tend to appear a lot, though.
Yes, and this Earth that we are on, the movie basically opens up. Earth has been basically all the humans are gone except for this one base in Japan consisting of a few sexy ladies and some children.
Sexy ladies.
Pretty much. And it's just them. This monster came and took everyone away or murdered everyone or something.
Of course, these sexy ladies are all from AKB48.
Oh, are they? Well, explains how I guess you buy them in bulk, you get a discount.
Get mad. Because I don't like that group. So I don't care.
I like the song they did for Wreck-It Ralph. That's all I know them from.
Oh, yeah, they did do that. Yeah.
I don't know if these go because there's 48 members, so who knows if any of them were actually there by the time they did that. So.
It's very true.
What year was this movie?
2012.
Okay, that was before.
6 days for my birthday that year.
Happy birthday to Marcus.
It's like crap. Well, this movie happened. All right.
Whoa.
Zero's back. This
Yep.
is his first one after the mega, not the good one. This
Revenge
is
of
after
Belial.
Yeah.
Which I think this movie is worse.
Revenge
of Belial was pretty awful, especially since we were coming off of Mega Monster Battle when we reviewed it, which is one of the best Toku movies ever.
It really is. It's right up there with 199. It's like a great movie.
This movie has a serious problem with unity of time and place.
Yeah.
So we're on that Earth, but then we flash up to Mars or the moon or something.
And then we go to another
And
Earth.
then there's a base there, but then there's another thing, and then we see Zero fighting some dudes, and stuff happens.
And then Taiga's a pilot, and just I'm gonna go and fight this.
The first time, can we talk about his introduction?
He's annoying immediately.
It's not just that he's annoying immediately. You don't see his face right away.
You don't.
He's he's in a cafeteria area on the base, which is in a different dimension on Mars, moon, whatever, than Earth with sexy ladies and children are. And he's just got his back to the camera and people are like, oh, look, it's the protagonist. He's a cocky some gun.
He's not wrong.
And then a lady walks by him and he's like, oh, you's a hot mama. I won't be with you. And then
a lot of these...
He goes out and fights things in a jet.
A lot of these other characters that you see on that base are supporting characters from Dinah.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay, that explains why the movie acts like we're supposed to know who they are.
Yeah.
The movie, it's just like, it's like, okay, who are these people? There's the protagonist. Okay, you mean it isn't you? Okay. Why are we introducing us to you first?
Because he's god-awful.
Uh-huh.
Now, as I said, this is mostly taking place with Dinah. Dinah's missing.
Yeah, Dinah was the protector of the Earth.
And he's also a dimension hopper. This is something that we learned from Mega Monster Battle.
Right.
And that's why we see him in this movie as well. He was protecting this other Earth from, like, something... It's another form of Zetons.
Yeah. Don't they call him that at some point?
It's like Hyper Zeton.
Hyper Zeton, something like that.
I was trying to look up Ultraman Dying to see if it was done being subbed by CB Home. It's not yet. We have 14 episodes left. Infinite sadness. It would be better than watching this movie.
Especially considering that theme song.
Now, Cosmos is also in this movie.
Yeah, Cosmos is back too.
Eventually, we'll watch that show.
It's just really long. It's like 60-some episodes.
Yeah,
so.
it's longer than any other show. So, it's up there.
Except maybe Go Ranger.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll make it a Patreon goal for us to watch the first Kamen Rider and Go Ranger.
Just throwing that out there.
Just throwing that out there. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe if we get enough patrons. Who said that? I don't know.
Could have been Decade.
It's true. However, back to this piece of
garbage.
trash.
This dumpster fire.
This tire fire. Oh
Toxic fumes.
So, I'll give it this in some cases. Some of the fights are cool to watch.
Some of the fights are cool to watch.
That one with Cosmos, Zero, and Dinah fighting against Zeton was great. Because, like, it's all expansive.
The actual Saga suit is great.
It's on our top 10.
It was our number one on our top 10 Ultraman suits for a reason. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
It
suit.
looks amazing.
Yeah. It's also great how they said that Dinah basically was keeping Zeton from coming back.
Yeah.
I like little things in this movie, but the majority of it is Taiga. And Taiga's a problem.
There is one scene in this movie that I do want to give a little bit of credit to because it's the funniest thing I think I've ever seen.
What's that?
It's the scene where Zero is trying to stop the monster with the drill nose.
Oh, yeah.
And because Taiga's being Taiga, he can't get to full size. So it's little...
Taiga doesn't want to fight.
So it's little Ultraman trying to block the monster's drill nose. The monster starts spinning the drill, and he just spins Zero around, and it's just so funny.
Taiga doesn't want to fight, even though Zero legitimately saved his life.
Yeah, this is the first time that Zero has ever chosen a host.
This is his first bad one.
He witnesses Taiga fighting against something on like Mars or whatever, and he witnesses that fight in the jet. They go through a wormhole to the Earth, and
Taiga goes to save some kid.
Yeah.
Dies, and Zero
chooses him as a host. It's like, oh, you tried to save that kid. I'll partner with you. And then it turns out Taiga is
the worst.
He is cocky. He's a coward. He is extremely selfish.
It's really weird seeing him at the beginning where he seems cocky and is like ready to
fight. Yeah, he seems like he's cocky, ready to fight, but then
once he gets
the powers of Ultraman, it's like he just loses all of that. Here's the thing. They explain later on in the movie, I understand what they were going for, that he has PTSD related to Ultraman. When he was a kid, I believe it was Dinah, was in a fight with a monster, and his home got destroyed and his parents were killed. And you see,
him crying in the street.
I will say this, though, that actor who played child version of him, jeez, that kid could scream. That was actually kind of chilling.
Yeah, it was.
His screaming for his parents was actually kind of chilling. I will give him that.
Good child acting choice there.
Yeah, and all he had to do was yell.
Although there was one scene I will give Taiga, and it was legitimately like the first scene after that, when Zero's talking to him, and he's looking at the bracelet. Nope! I was like, I don't know why. That killed me a little bit. One, because I was dying on the inside.
Yeah.
Two, because that was like a legitimate funny scene just to see Zero go, the fuck just happened?
There's a couple of moments in this movie where you're like, I can see where something good might have happened at one point. But here's where I draw umbrage with him having PTSD thing. It's played for laughs.
Yeah, it is.
It is entirely played for comedic purposes.
Mm-hmm.
When you're dealing with something like PTSD, and especially in something like this, where it's a movie for children about giant superheroes that punch things.
Yeah.
Maybe lighten it. You can lighten it up a little bit, but you can have darker characters.
Yeah.
It's okay to have darker moments in things that are light, or, light moments in things that are dark, vice versa. He should have been a much more bitter character.
Yeah, he should have.
He should have been much more bitter. He should have been more embittered. He should have been more resentful of Zero. But no, he just comes across as a coward.
Yeah.
It should have been, I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I don't like to do this so much, even though I do it anyway, but it should have been, I don't want to fight you because I don't trust you, and I don't want to fight you because I'm a little baby.
Yeah.
And you don't sympathize with him at all.
No, Taiga is becoming a very non-sympathetic character at the end of this, and you just want him to go away. Luckily, this is actually the last time that we see him.
Yeah. And I wonder why. I can't help but wonder why.
Because no one liked him. However, since we've harped on this movie a lot, it's a bad movie. I would suggest not watching it.
Do not watch this movie. It's awful.
However, let's go on to X's.
Okay. Finally.
We actually were okay with
this movie. Is not bad. It's thoroughly unremarkable. There's not a single interesting or unique thing that happens in it.
It really,
but it's completely fine.
It leads directly into the Orb one.
It does.
Yeah, which is honestly one of the better things it did. Mistakes. Making a kid Tiga. Stop doing this. Stop just making kids, unless they're legitimately good, and this kid was not good. Unless they're like Kotaro good from Q-Ranger.
Yeah.
Don't do this. Especially in the case of an Ultraman. It's stupid. And it's a pandering to let's see, what is a demographic that really doesn't need to be pandered to because the show already panders to
it already is targeted to kids. You don't need to target to them even more.
Yeah. And this kid is not good. So here we are with a mess. And luckily he doesn't talk well as Tiga.
Yeah.
But he's annoying.
Yeah.
And we should have never really focused on him in the first place. His mother was, good enough. The villain, the first one.
You mean
the archaeologist?
Yeah, the douchey archaeologist man. Yeah,
and I like the monster.
Yeah, the monster was alright.
Zero's new form is cool to look at. Mm. It's alright. The first Ultraman comes out of nowhere again, but I guess
all the older ones come back. I think 6 of the original 7 come back in this. And we get to see their actors again.
No. Oh, yeah, they show up at the very beginning.
Yeah, they show up at the very beginning. We get to see the original actors come back, which is cool at first, but
they don't do anything.
It's not that they don't do anything, it's that they all sound like they're reading cue cards.
Yeah, a little bit.
They all sound really uninteresting.
And we understand. They're older.
They're, especially Ultraman 1, you see him in his human form, because you could have just gotten these guys, I applaud the effort though, too, you could have just gotten these guys into a booth or recorded their lines over a phone, but no, you actually got them into a studio and dressed them up, and here they are.
Yeah, you know what?
Everyone.
It's okay. That's really all I can say about it. It's okay. It's good. It's always good to see them, especially somebody that old coming back to play their character they played from.
It's always nice to see returning actors, but it's just I'm starting to get sick of it with Ultraman because it seems like they keep bringing back the same ones over and over again.
Now I try to bring back the originals.
Yeah.
Dinah shows up, but I'm actually okay with him because I've never actually seen the show.
We've seen enough of him to know we like him.
Yeah. Cosmos is always great.
Cosmos is back.
It's good to have people come back like that, but I would much rather see the more recent ones comes back. Although I don't think Mirai will ever come back.
Well, he's retired. The actor was retired.
So did X's actor. He retired recently.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well,
sadness. I liked him.
Yeah, I liked him too. He was a good actor.
Yeah, the X movie is perfectly okay. I like the monster. And it ends with them having to go off because Zero leaves. It was like, you no longer need me. Then he comes back. You need me. Because, what is it? The name of Disastro.
Yeah, is it just me, or was like the end where it was like, goodbye, my friends, I will miss you, and then they have like a 40-minute long goodbye scene, and then the next scene is, you're ready to go fight some bad guys? It's like, wait, didn't he just leave?
Yeah, it was like there was no point for him to do that.
It was completely pointless.
And then Disastro comes in.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put that in heavy quotations, though. Ultraman Orb the movie. Where Disastro apparently shows up to Zero and he gets transported to another universe.
Yep. In this case,
the
Orb's universe.
Or rather the one that he landed in.
Yes. This is about as good as Ultraman Orb the show.
In which the problem comes in with one group of people.
Mm-hmm.
SSP.
Namely the main characters.
Like Orb and Juggler, once again, great.
Orb and Juggler, Juggles in particular in this movie, where he's Butler Man.
He's hilarious.
Is so funny.
He's great. I love him.
He's great in this movie. Orb, once again, he's great. But, oh my goodness, the SSP in this are at their...
SSP.
They're at their SSPist.
X is in this movie too. But he's charactered at the beginning and then you end up getting him back later. Those other aliens see, I would have been fine if the SSP didn't show up, but the uncle did.
It makes the most sense because he's actually a guy whose job it is to fight and arrest and detain aliens, as opposed to the SSP, who are a bunch of dopes.
Yeah,
a bunch of amateur dopes.
Oh God, I just don't like seeing.
And I know. I mean, you got that opening scene where it's like, we've managed to create a fight suit to put on the lady, which, you know, was just an excuse to get her into something skin tight.
Basically.
Especially that scene where the camera is just like, oh, look, her butt.
She's still useless.
She is absolutely useless, as are the rest of them.
I like seeing, X, like the actual Ultraman X, interact with Juggler and Orb, and basically everybody else. It's good to see, like, just specifically the Ultraman himself just do that, especially because Juggler treats him so bad.
Yeah.
But at the same
Juggles
time,
is just up to his old tricks again.
Yeah. Juggles is there to be Juggles, and he's, like, the most hilarious person because of it. I love Juggles.
He's come far from the devious plotter of Orb proper.
Now he's just the devious.
Now he's
butler.
just devious.
He's the devious butler.
He just lives to be mischievous now.
Yeah, basically, out of these two, it like from the ones that we've done so far, it's like Saga, Ginga, or X. Now let's move on to Geed. Oh, there is one other thing in the Orb movie. We get to see his form of Ginga Victory X.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it was fine.
The best of the ones that we watched so far, though, is definitely the Geed one.
Oh, the Geed movie was great.
It was a great movie. It was a really good movie.
It was actually really great.
Yeah.
Let's end on a happy note, shall we?
I really enjoyed this movie. I was sitting here like, I want to go watch Geed again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the returning characters are back. We got, Geed's back, and Laiha, Best Girl, is back.
The alien guy who works for the AIP?
Mm-hmm.
He's also back.
Him and,
what's her face?
I forget, Mayu, I think is that?
Moa?
Moa, that's it.
Her actress's name is Mayu.
Right. Oh, okay.
You were just guessing. That made it funny.
I was just guessing. That works too.
But yeah, the Geed movie. I love the fact that they faked this out with, we're going to give him a love interest. And then she died.
She wasn't really a love interest, though.
He sort of viewed her as such.
I could see that, but that's not...
She didn't view him as such.
She definitely did not. And that's certainly not the impression I got. I saw it more of as a mutual respect kind of thing. Like,
I don't know, the way he was acting around her, it reminded me of just like some random lovesick teenager.
Well, he is a teenager.
Yeah. But I liked her.
She was very good. What's her name again? Because she's who the movie opens on.
Yeah.
We open on her and her father.
And her planet getting destroyed.
Yeah, her planet is destroyed by, I'm going to call him Brainiac.
Gilbaris,
who is essentially the Ultraman version of Brainiac.
Yeah,
the
really,
DC character.
Really is.
He is an AI going from like planet to planet, digitizing, cataloging, and destroying planets.
Yep.
That's Brainiac.
It is. And then everybody's back. They end up going to Osaka.
Mm-hmm. Which I love. That's one of the things I loved about this movie. It was a change of scenery.
Yeah.
We get a lot of...
This is the second time that they've gone to Osaka.
Yeah.
And Geed.
Yeah.
It's great.
And we get a lot of nice changes of scenery. Not just Osaka, but different locations in Osaka. We get to go to the beach. We get to go to that first shot of the jungle is like, let me just screen cap this so I could use it as a wallpaper.
And then Juggles shows up.
Juggles shows up in quite possibly the best way he's ever shown up.
I love him in this movie more than basically anything I've seen in Orc.
Oh, yeah.
He is amazing in this movie. He sort of tried to reform himself and become a hero.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
He reformed himself, and like we said, he just became mischievous.
Yeah.
He's gone from evil to mischievous.
Yeah. He's basically there to molest Leto.
Oh, yeah, because the first thing he does is grab his ass.
Yeah. That's literally the first thing Juggles does. I'm sitting here like, you are the fucking... Yes! That's what I didn't even know I wanted. I ship it now.
You ship it now.
And the fact that basically every single time he ends up showing up, I love that scene in the bar right before. This movie has some great out-of-suit fights.
There's a lot of out-of-suit fighting in this movie.
There really are. It's great. Mm-hmm. I loved it.
I was actually really happy when Orb showed up in this movie.
Yeah.
When that harmonica kicks in, it was like, yeah! I'm actually excited to see Orb.
You're
cool.
in a good show. Yeah. You're in a good show.
You're in something that doesn't suck.
I was like, yes!
That's the thing. It's like you got all the strengths of Geed and all the strengths of Orb, Juggles and Orb, combined into one movie, and it works.
If they had just a show
very well
based on this cast,
oh yeah,
it would be the perfect show.
If they were to do a sequel show to this, yeah, I'd totally watch it. I'd love it.
Yeah, just do it after RB. But yeah, I like the fact that you actually see Juggles first, and he's there with them for quite some time.
I love how he breaks into the AIB.
Yeah.
And he's just like, wow, your security is terrible. And they're like, who the hell are you? And I was like, oh, it's like, wait, you don't know? It's like, oh, right, they've never met Juggles before. You're in for a treat.
It's the greatest thing, because Juggles is there to be a troll.
Can we talk about the bar scene?
Yes.
The bar scene has some great out-of-suit fighting.
Yes.
It's a bar that is exclusive for aliens.
Mm-hmm.
It's an alien bar where, like, alien criminals hide.
And the first thing that Geed does when he comes in there, milk.
Warm milk.
It's like, that's amazing.
And everybody laughs at him. We get to see Lila throw down.
Some guy tries to grab her, and she's just like,
and she's just like,
It just beats the shit out of him.
Clearly, you don't know who I am.
And then there's this big fight scene where you get to see the AIB actually do stuff.
Yeah.
AIB, whichever one. Because I love seeing that guy fight.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Lila back to back in one of the last episodes of Geed where they're fighting against the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Juggles grabbing Leto. Once again, hand on ass.
Juggles using Leto as a weapon.
Yeah.
As essentially as a gymnast.
He's like, shall we dance? And then they do. Yeah, I'm just like, this movie can't be this good. It's too good. Oh no!
Oh, good.
It's such a great, fun movie. And I like the fact that they have this thing which the main villain is looking for. It's some weapon. But,
yeah, the red spiral or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Some red metal.
Red something or other.
Yeah. And you would think that they would just give it to Geed immediately. Because that's how a lot of these movies tend to go. Just like, you're worthy of this thing, even though we don't know you and or have met you before.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, the weapon's just like, how about no?
The weapon is like, no, he's not worthy.
Yeah, it's like, who are you?
That's one of the things that makes this movie so great is it's a sequel that continues to develop its lead character.
Yeah.
Even the supporting cast as well.
Even in this case, it was just like, he was acting really headstrong at the beginning of this movie. And no one was okay with that.
Geed spends this whole movie learning to grow as a person.
And it helps so much
learning to temper himself.
When Orb comes in and basically takes over his mentor spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That really, especially because it was so believable with Guy. He's old. He's very old.
I love how when they first meet, he's like, "No, wait, I'm your senpai, so do I just call you Geed then?"
Yeah. Once again, Orb outside of Orb is like the best.
Yeah.
Orb and Juggles outside of their show is
just
the greatest thing ever. And I love seeing them. It was just great to see them.
It was.
Especially in this one, it was just like, I came off of this after going in chronological order, so I watched Saga first. This isn't the first time I've seen the Saga movie. I didn't remember how I felt about it because it's been about 4 or 5 years.
He texted me while he was like, I think it was during you were watching the Saga movie. You're like, this is the worst thing ever. Oh, do you still have it?
Oh, I can look it up.
Yeah.
It was like, I was watching this movie angry, and I was getting more and more disappointed as time went along. I was just, gross. Make it stop. I'm watching a Saga movie. We need to talk about Taiga balancing on the drill and how about Taiga sucks. And I just said, yep.
That's what I said, yeah.
And I said, I hate the Saga movie like so much. I remember hating it before. I hate it more now. That's what I said.
Yep.
The Saga movie was trash. The Geed movie was great.
The Geed movie is absolutely wonderful.
And I like his new form.
Yeah, we get a new movie-specific form. It's a really nice-looking form, and I love that weapon.
Yeah, Ultimate Final.
How often do we get to see an Ultraman fight with, like, a big staff with 2 giant FU balls on the end?
One side is an axe, the other one's just a mace.
Yes.
And
axe, mace, staff of death.
Yeah.
And it's great.
And once again, Zero didn't take over
And
Lighto.
it feels earned.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He has to earn this.
Zero didn't take over Lighto immediately when he came back. He wasn't there.
But when he does, it's glorious. Because the bad guy, he sends like little minions down. Laiha and everyone else, they're all fighting them on the ground. Even Leto, who can't fight to save his life, is still trying his best. Zero, who was... he was injured earlier, so he needs a host again. And, you know, it makes sense in context to the movie. It's so great.
Yeah.
And then, sure enough, it's like, let's take over. And it's like, just like old times. And they do it, they transform, and it's
glorious.
It's great. It's just so great.
I love this movie. Mm-hmm. It's now one of my favorite Toku movies. Mm-hmm. But I think it really only works as one of my favorite Toku movies after having seen Orb and Geed. Because the things that make it great are both from both shows.
Yeah. One more so than the other, but
I give this movie Gure Totase. Thanks, Josuke from JoJo Part 4.
Nice!
I love this movie. It's a great movie. It's definitely up there as one of my favorites now.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What another thing I want to bring up a moment in the Geed movie that I loved was, you know those four guys, Zero's friends who come back?
Yeah.
In the end where they finally get a chance to help out. And then they're like, and one of them is like, yeah, great job, Orb, Zero, and Geed, that's it.
We'll get this. Also, there's this one moment when after they first Geed and Orb first transform, and Orb transforms into his Belial form. He's like,
"Oh, hey, we look the same."
I love little things like that.
That little moments like that sprinkled throughout that are great.
It's really good. I definitely recommend this movie, especially out of the 4 that we just watched.
Oh, yeah. I would absolutely recommend the Geed movie. Highest recommendation for that.
Yeah. It's a fun movie.
I would give a moderate, lukewarm recommendation to the X movie.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but if you want something harmless to put on in the background, I'd say that's what it's good for.
Yeah.
Skip the other 2.
Yeah. Skip the other 3. We're going to include the King of One, because that's all in order here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all that we really end up having to say for this one.
Mm-hmm.
For the next episode probably 64, we're doing the 2 Zero series for Garo. Zero Black Blood, which I just finished rewatching, and Zero Dragon Blood, which I didn't finish the first time around, so I'm excited to rewatch it again. Fun times!
Goody.
Bye, everybody. Wait, don't forget to go to our Facebook,
Right.
our Patreon, our Twitter, and our Instagram. Bye, everybody.